I don't micromanage people or even my senior managers. And we got a very talented group both here in Sri Lanka as well as the US. So I give them a lot of leverage to run their own projects. And I think that has really incentivized them, motivated them to come up with their own solutions. When I started, this was in 2009. Previously, I had worked in the government sector, and before that, some years in the corporate sector as well. But especially in the government sector, I saw a lot of areas for improvement, process-wise, dealing with the public, and how systems could be made better. So I looked at those efficiencies, and then, I thought it's time to really use technology to help some government agencies. So that's the time I started. So always wanted to make things perfect and better. So that was the whole motivation behind it. The team we have and the company, we started 15 years ago. We actually celebrated our 15th year in June. It was all based on creativity, innovation, and the ability to disrupt the digital market and the software market. So I really promote people and the staff and actually demand creativity and innovation from people. So they've responded really well in terms of rising up to the challenge, but also innovation and creativity based on research and knowledge about some of the clients we serve. We serve government clients, and they have their own subject, whether it's transportation, healthcare, unemployment in the US. So we have become masters of the subject matter areas. So that really helps us to provide really cutting-edge technology solutions based on our knowledge. So creativity, innovation, coupled with research and knowledge about that. Like I said, the guys have really done a great job, and they come out with creativity, but I also hold them accountable to deliver projects. We serve mostly government. 80% of the work is with various US local and city governments. For me, the client is key. Client gets priority. And we make sure we go to a lot of lengths to really understand what the client's requirements are. We really understand, that's why I said research and knowledge based on what the client is doing. Then we can give them the best solution. One of the key requirements for the entire team and the company is that we become experts at what our clients are. And then, that creativity, and I promote creativity, and I have our team and the staff and the team leads come up with their own. I, give them a lot of independence. I think that's a key thing for me, that I don't micromanage people or even my senior managers. I give them a lot of leverage. And we got a very talented group both here in Sri Lanka as well as the US. We have over 100 people in the US, and now a growing number of folks here. So I give them a lot of leverage to run their own projects. And I think that has really incentivized them, motivated them to come up with their own solutions. Technology-wise, we are different to some of the bigger companies and some of the most tech companies. We are technology agnostic. We look at the client, and based on the client's needs, we really try to solution based around their needs. So sometimes we have multiple technologies, whether it's AWS, Microsoft, or any other cutting-edge technology. We would take the best in the market to cater to the unique needs. We build a lot of digital portals for the government. And we use the latest technology, the latest security, and our niche is we are very good at the standards in the US, whether it's data, security, or applications. We have become masters of what those requirements are. So that really helps our team to focus on a specific government market. Industry-wise, we focus on the healthcare, transportation, unemployment, facilities management areas. We don't push our solutions or solutions that are out there to the client. A lot of the companies, they have their products and they push those. We really try to create something very special for the customer in terms of customizations. So we take a lot of time upfront to understand their requirements and deliver specific value to them. This is greatly appreciated by our government clients because they are getting something tailor-made to their very specific needs. So that's been absent in the US industry because you get the big companies, the consulting firms. But we go with a very clear focus on the customer and grow from there. Being technology agnostics allows us to really move with the latest technology in the market. Like we are not tied to a very particular technology and we don't promote that. So as new technologies come, whether it's machine learning or artificial intelligence, it's easy to incorporate that. And our principal production and development team, our focus is based on modular systems, building modular systems. In modular systems, it's easy to replace and update as you go. And then if you want to take something back, you just pull it back and infuse a new module, and then you update the whole system. In some of the older monolithic systems, you have to update the entire system. So this is an issue. So we really harnessed the team to work around modular solutions, and that helps us keep up with the latest standards out there in the US. So Sri Lanka has got very talented people, right? I've seen that, I've experienced that, I work with some very, very smart and talented people. I think Sri Lanka has to make sure it also is aware of the international market when it comes to technology. There are other players like India is so big, Vietnam, the East Asian countries that are also becoming very attractive. So I think Sri Lanka can really invite and promote corporate sector to invest here by putting or coming with more business-friendly regulations that can incentivize a lot of foreign external companies to come to Sri Lanka and set up shop like we did. Some of these things also revolve around the labor markets because Sri Lanka has to be competitive and consistent with some of the international labor standards because India is very flexible. They work all hours, have very less holidays, and are considered very competitive in the tech market. So Sri Lanka has to look at that. Sri Lanka has to look at places like Vietnam, Malaysia, how they are being promoted, both in labor, some of these pro-business policies that can be implemented. I think that is key. Like say, the talent is there, right? And also the second part of that is technology teams and the people who work in the tech industry need to look at other countries and their standards, like the US standards, European standard or Asian standards, right? To become comfortable with those standards. That's what India did 20 years ago. And they had some of their people working in the US, European countries, and they learned the standards, what government uses, what corporate sector uses in the US, and really became prolific in those areas. US was looking for external partners to partner with. India was a, very, very, very good choice. It was already there. So I think we had to look at that external cap and see what the world market is requiring and adjust to that. But check off all the boxes on the labor, business side, and how Sri Lanka can be consistent with those policies. I'm very happy to be here. I'm coming after a couple of years, actually 2.5 years. Now that we have a growing team, I want to be here more often, at least twice a year or so. I'm so thrilled and excited about the talent. So we have a fantastic engineering team in Sri Lanka that is growing, and we want to do whatever we can do, both with the work we do, as well as contributing and be partners with the institutions that manage technology in Sri Lanka, or entities in the government that work with the technology industries, to have a really good public-private partnership, both on the corporate side as well as the government side.